Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to talk about something that I have kind of been wanting to talk about. This channel is about makeup, fashion, and I guess just different things that happen in my life. And one of the things that really affects my life is being part of the LGBTQ community and what it means to be part of the LGBTQ community and being Hispanic, especially being Mexican. So this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I think that being gay in a Mexican household can be quite difficult sometimes, because I think that being, being from a culture where there's so much machismo, it's hard to sort of sometimes come out to your friends or your family, because sometimes it's that inner struggle. So my immediate family, they're really supportive, and my extended family, I think they're pretty supportive for the most part. I mean, I think that sometimes you probably get certain family members that might say certain things, but at the end of the day, I really don't care what they say. Growing up, it was kind of interesting because, growing up gay in a Mexican household, it's interesting because, I guess in society, but really in a Mexican household, there's these gender norms that are really placed upon you. I mean, boys do this and girls do this, and if you do something that is considered categorized in the opposite gender, then you're kind of called out, especially if you're a guy having very feminine traits or anything like that, or wanting to do things that are considered womanly. There's times where you probably might hear people say, oh, like, stop acting like that, why are you so feminine, come play with the boys. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing with, the girls and, kind of playing with the Barbie. I was always a little bit more creative growing up. I definitely was. I was definitely more artsy, and I think that's sort of where my parents kind of took that upon. They really didn't categorize me as anything but that, but I think everybody else knew. I think my family, my uncles and my aunts, and I was always very feminine, and it's really, I really never hid it. I mean, there was times though where people would kind of mention it and I would kind of tone it down a little bit, because, as a kid growing up, you don't really understand what sexuality is, and you're just yourself, and it comes from this innocence, so I remember one time I was shopping with my mother, and I asked to get a set of like cookingware, like different cooking hardware or whatever, and I remember I get a little emotional because I remember my mom being very adamant about not getting it and sort of switching it out for something that was considered more boy or whatever, and I was really, really sad about that because I didn't understand why I couldn't have the cooking, tools or whatever. I didn't understand why I couldn't have a spatula. I mean, they were pink, but I didn't really understand. In my mind, I was like, well, cooking, I mean, I didn't, think of that as a womanly thing. But as you grow up, you really start understanding that in a Mexican household, a lot of times women are considered to be the cooks, and that's where, and this sounds so weird, and to me it sounds disgusting, but that's where women belong, you know what I mean? Of course, not everybody believes this, but there are a lot of, men in a Mexican household, in this sort of machismo world, where they still think that way. And definitely a few years back, I'm 21 now, but a few years back, that was definitely the case. My parents were never really like that, but I think that they definitely grew up in a town, and I think that sort of mindset really kind of, they have that mindset of men do this and women do this, and, boys do this and girls do this. And I guess guys didn't really cook. And especially since the things were pink. I mean, it's interesting now to see the fact that my my parents, they will buy things like that for my little nephews, and it's not like a big conversation, I guess, because I kind of broke that conversation. I kind of, they really understand with me that things are just sort of things, and they can play with them, and kids will be kids. There's nothing that they really mean anything other than just sort of playing with what they want to play with, whether it's a pink spatula or if it's a girl and she wants to play with cars. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. And I do have to give a lot of props to my parents and especially my family, because they accept me for who I am. I'm really, really feminine, and I'm very proud of that. I don't care who doesn't like it and who does, but I'm very happy that my parents and my family accept me. And I'm very, very lucky. LGBTQ youth are one of the largest population that is homeless, and that is extremely, extremely sad. Because not everybody, not everyone accepts their children, and that's I think super sad. But I'm really reaching out to Mexican youth out there. I just want to tell you to hang in there. If you don't know, what your parents are going to think, I would just really kind of keep a strong mindset. You never know what's going to happen. My parents, especially my mom's side, they come from a more, I mean both my parents, but especially my mom, I think certain things that would be said in family parties, making fun of gay people in a very drunken manner. I think that, it's not, they don't really think about these things. And I think until I came into the picture and I was sort of like, I'm queer, it was when they started realizing what they would say instead of just speak, and that's all I really want to say. I just want to, just kind of reach out to the people that really feel sometimes alone. I just want to tell you that you are not alone, and that, you have me at least. You can message me if you see this video. I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but I definitely think that, if I can reach somebody and I can help somebody, just being who I am, speaking my truth, I'm doing something positive in this world. As always, love, peace, bye dolls.